Previously on Talk That Talk. People who start acting extra fake, like they the super cool people, and they weren't, like y'all were talking about earlier, they were never, they act like they didn't hit an elite status. Or the other example I just gave. Either or, doesn't matter.
You have to have not known yourself to do something like that. There was no need for me to change. My friends before the Legion, even before the Legion, because I didn't march my freshman year. When I got to the Legion, I still had those friends. They didn't see me a lot because I joined the Legion. But when I became a Zeta, like, I still had my friends. Like, there was no need for me to separate. Did I have to balance more? Yes. But as far as turning my back and acting like I don't know, to the point that was raised earlier by Rick, it was my friends that got me through that process, that was sneaking me food and helping me. Shout out to my best friend, Aaron Glaze, used to be Porter. Like, I was in my senior year, but I became a Zeta. We was in class together, and on everything I love, she held me down. I graduated with a 3.5 that last semester because of her. I don't know how, in God's grace, I had that GPA that last semester, but her. I'm talking about notes from class. I'm in the class, but I ain't in the class because I ain't been to bed. Like that, my people got me through. You know what I'm saying? So I would never turn my back on them. And I wouldn't have been the person that I was for Zeta Gamma to take me if I had not been in the Legion. If I had not had, my people held me down. So I don't believe in that. I think, if you do that, you didn't have a strong foundation when you joined the org, because anybody who's knows themselves is a legitimate friend is not going to change when they get letters. That's how I feel about that.
All right, cool. Rick, do we turn our backs once we get letters?
Yes and no. All right. Yes and no. Y'all know me. You know I'm gonna have to come up with something. So I say no because I made it, like I told y'all, I made it a point. Like me and Mario always been close since we first met each other.
Right.
We ain't never had an argument, no nothing. That's my man. Right. Mario was my next door neighbor when I pledged Omega. I was in and out of that bitch all night long. It didn't matter what time I knocked on the door, partially because they was in there getting that usage going, but we gonna all right. But it didn't matter. Right? But anyway, it didn't matter, Portia, what time I knocked on the door. That night I was telling you about, our first night, I went to Mario's room at 4 a.m. Mm-hmm. We didn't get out that damn house until 4 a.m. I went straight there. I was like, dog, can I use your mirror, dog? Yep. I don't know what's going on. I just need to see what's going on. Like, they took care of me. I used their bathroom. They hit me with the Neosporin, with the peroxide, all that.
Whatever snacks we had in there, what was going on? Yep.
They would bring me food from the little calf, and you know how trash the little calf was. Hey, here you go, dog. We got you. You know what I'm saying? Like, they looked out. Anton, Mario, all of them looked out. We all had that corner on lock on the second floor. Mario, Sebring, and Anton was right across the hall. And so my boys looked out for me. So I wasn't worried about that standpoint. But I say yes because there is a certain level of indoctrination that happens when you join a Black Greek letter organization. I'm going to give you an example. And Mario and Julie, I know y'all might laugh at this. I could not stand when KK Sai used to do this. I could not stand it. I used to lose my shit.
I'm going to say this very quickly before you go. Back then, I didn't have a problem with it, but now I do.
Right. No, I could not stand it.
I never liked it. I never liked it. And I did it. I did it a couple of times, but then I was like, yeah, this is not right.
And the only reason I couldn't stand it, Juliet and Mario, was because at the end of the day, I was gung-ho Omega. I couldn't stand when frats called each other's bros. I couldn't stand when frats said dog, tail dog. Why y'all call each other dog? So there's only one dog on this organization. You know what I'm saying? I could not stand that shit, y'all. I couldn't stand when all the frats started yakking. Well, nobody yakking on campus until like a couple of years in, and then everybody started yakking. And then when KK Psy got popping, everybody was trying to hit the K Daddy. Me and Julia have this argument all the time. Portia, let me tell you how phony my boys are on this call. That one right there to him, and the one right there, that guy up there. They formed a partnership with the Alphas. Julia ain't gonna argue me down, but I don't care what he said. These Negroes formed a partnership with the Alphas so they could hit each other's hops. Portia. KK Psy was hitting the train daddy, and goddamn Alphas was up there. I'm like, first of all, that shit weak because I know some of y'all wanted to be Alphas. I was like, whatever. It kind of, whatever.
So let me quickly say this. Us and the Alphas were just cool at the time. We were just
really were.
Really cool.
People were really close.
We weren't cool with the Qs, and we weren't cool with the Iotas, and we weren't cool. I don't even think the Sigma was on the yard at the time.
They were
Nor the
suspended.
Kappas. So we were just cool with the Alphas. Now, when we did do the joint hop, I was hyped because I could do the trade and they was saying, I didn't know anybody else wanted to be an Alpha with me. So hey,
Maya, I used to be King Maya. I'm like, look at this mess. They just want to hit each other hard.
My leg was way up.
And going extra hard when he hit that joint, dog.
Rick said y'all violated because Rick said y'all violated because y'all was practicing. Rick said y'all violated.
I was practicing.
They used to hit it hard, Portia, and the Alphas was extra hype because they used to be able to hit the slide. They were the only people on campus that KK Psy would let hit the K Daddies. And it was people.
I remember some cues like y'all trying to do. I remember some cues like y'all trying to do a joy hop. It's like,
right, we was hating because all of us like, dog, we would hit the K Daddies too. We would hit the. Let's go. We want to hit them joints too.
That's the root of this, Rick. You mad because they didn't pick your art? That's
I was mad because all my boys wanted to be Alphas.